Well, you see, I hold a bachelor degree in political science, and it has always been my field of interest to see how social and political processes interact in a city. That's why I chose Strategic Urban and Regional Planning program at Linköping University. An average week on my program is pretty various because there is a lot of group work and also some independent studies. We have to be very self-sufficient in order to succeed. Last month we had a project work in the living lab and we did field observations of ourselves. We interviewed people and it was pretty exciting, but we also have a lot of informative and instructive lectures with a lot of material. So it always takes turns, like 1 week lectures, 1 week work on projects, and that's why it's exciting, you never get bored. Project work implies a lot of interaction with other students. We try to get acquainted with each other and learn as much as we can about others' backgrounds. For example, when I was on the project team with my group mates, one of them was an architect and the other one was urban planner and me political scientist, so it was like a symbiosis of different backgrounds, and we tried to take the best from every of our capabilities. About my program, I most like meeting both the Swedish and international students because you get a lot of experiences from all over the world, and especially Sweden, because you have to familiarize yourself with the culture and life here. And it's always good to have a friend who has grown up here and who already knows all the peculiarities, and he can guide you through it. So it was a surprise for me when I saw so many Swedes on our international program, but I am totally happy about it now. We don't have particular kind of subjects. We have courses and in each course there are a lot of different lectures and topics we study. But I mainly enjoyed gender inclusive urban planning because it was very insightful for me. I never thought of that from that point of view. So yeah, it was pretty novel. After graduating, I would love to become an analyst in the field of urban planning and also in politics because of my previous field of expertise. I would also love to learn some of the spatial analysis tools to visualize the data, and well, I also consider doing PhD or research as an option. The best thing about studying at LiU is probably the creativity and interaction and friendship, I guess, because you come together and you create something even greater than if you made it alone. So you unite all of your creative powers. During the welcoming week, I applied to some support services, and it was the information center and also the International Student Board. And it was so helpful because it was my second day in Sweden. I didn't know the language. I had to get by with English. The only phrase I knew was "Kan du engelska?" And when I came to the university, I was at the verge of despair because I didn't know what to do, and they helped me out. They told me how to register for my classes, how to get the card, how to connect to the internet, and many other stuff. And I also picked up all the printed out guides they had beside their board, and I used them. It was very useful. My recommendation to future students is to be brave and to be desirably quick, because if you take your time and get a little bit lazy, you procrastinate with your application, then with your payment, there is a high risk of missing the opportunity. That's why you have to go for it. I chose Sweden for many reasons. Well, first and foremost, I have a far-reaching Swedish roots. It was my great-great-great-grandfather who was a Swede, and pretty famous one. He was an engineer. Well, but not about him today. At my previous education, I was interested in Scandinavia generally, but mainly in Denmark. I studied Danish and also Danish politics and urban planning. But then I decided to shift for Sweden because of the program. I really liked it, and it felt just right. This strategic urban and regional planning program I selected eventually. I chose LiU. Actually, I've never heard of Linköping and Linköping University before I saw the program. But then I read through the curriculum and the syllabus of the program, and I felt that it would be the perfect option for me. It was just the thing I wanted to study.